As a Buddhist monk, you must make no planning. You live at present. We're not concerned too much for the past, about the past or for your future. I had been requested to come here, and I enjoy to be here now, to teach the Dhamma to the people and to be amongst our people, Thai people. For continent of Europe, I am the first monk from Thailand to do so. Here for 6 years in this house. I initiated this. It had been what you call in Dutch a chapel. We're beginning with body, feeling, thinking, conditioning. What we learn to use the meditation is to learn to know yourself, to discover yourself, and to know yourself, like I said, to be aware. Not only to aware, awareness is not enough to make your progress toward peace in mind. Awareness of peace we call wisdom. You must go directly to the point of technique where you can make the non-different working. When you walk on the street, people watch you, what you do with the camera. I'm not aware of. I'm aware of that, but it doesn't come to disturb me. This, for example, I use myself as example. You have to try to exercising your technique more and more and implementing it in your life. Make it work in your life in every time. You want to come here to sit, to have peace, and to be quiet, not to be disturbed, but your mind not so much cooperate, because your mind is going on and on and on and on. This is the process of the mind. So if you use meditation technique, you just recognize your thought. First, you have to recognize your thoughts, but not what you think about. So it's different thing. What your thought is one thing. What you think about is different thing. It's not the same thing. When you begin to see two different things, your thought and you think about something, you're already in vipassana.
How long are you living here?
In Holland, you mean? Now it's about 28 years now.
It was your own choice to come here?
No. I had been requested to come here, and I enjoy to be here now, to teach the Dhamma to the people and to be amongst our people, Thai people. ทุติยัมปิธัมมังสรณังคัจฉามิ
ทุติยัมปิธัมมังสรณังคัจฉามิ
ทุติยัมปิสังฆังสรณังคัจฉามิ
ทุติยัมปิสังฆังสรณังคัจฉามิ
ต ตติยัมปิพุทธังสารนังคัจฉามิ
Ik praat heel veel over mijn geloof met mijn vriendinnen, want mijn vriendinnen, ik ken heel veel geloven. Mijn vriendinnen kennen islam en zo, en we praten ervoor en ze vraagt dus aan mij heel vaak wat boeddhist eigenlijk inhoudt. Ik zei, dit is niet de geloof dat je moet geloven. Van bepaalde landen moet jij je geloven vasthouden. Anders moet je naar de hel en zo. Maar bij ons is echt, ons geloof is rustgevend. Als wij iets slechts voelen, dan bieden we omdat we rustgevend zijn. We voelen daar vrijelijk gewoon. En we voelen daar, zeg maar, warm gevoel.
Keep your mindfulness with yourself, just here and now. Not to think about the past, not to worry or concern about your future. We should be here and now, freely, happily, and acknowledging your present being. If you worry, you say, my mind is now worry. I'm worry. Like you say, this is worry. This is just worry. When you say this is just worry, you don't have to be with your worriness about what would be what you say. Doing such, we call that you already practice the four foundations of mindfulness according to the Satipatthana Vipassana meditation.
The meditation that I started to practice in Thailand is Samatha meditation, which is a little different in strategic ways of practice, but the ideas are the same. But here is Vipassana meditation that they focus on. During meditation, besides practicing breathing in and breathing out, at the same time, we note that to be realized what we are doing or whatever comes into our thoughts, then we just note those thoughts without mixing our emotion into it. So it's a way we separate ourselves out of what we have seen in our thoughts so that we can see it clearly. And by seeing it clearly without emotion, then you can be neutral in reaching the wisdom, meaning that you can see it clearly and you can know for the way in solving those kind of problems. And beyond that, if your mind is so clear that there is no thought coming in, then that is the moment that you will feel so crystallized, so purified. And then you could feel so much happiness in it. And all meditators would like very much at the end, if it's possible, to reach enlightenment, either this life or next life or the life after that. For Thai people who live abroad, we miss a lot if we don't have Thai temple, if we don't have monks, we don't have Thai community. Because in Thailand, temple is where the community is located. Here in the Netherlands, Thai people, do not really get together as much, but at the temple is a place where we meet all kinds of people here and we start friendships.
You say in your mind, standing, standing, standing. Next, we will go to make a move with the foot in the walking meditation. เอาเท้าขวาย่างไปประมาณครึ่งฟุตข้างหน้าย่างขวาย่าง right goes ซ้ายย่าง left goes ว่าในใจไม่ต้องพูด right go left go ขวาย่างWalking meditation is the way to increasing your energy. The sitting meditation is the way to increasing your concentration. So when we sit, we are inactive. We should be quiet, and we not so much aware of our energy. So when we do the walking meditation, it gives a lot of energy and awareness and also concentration. You lift up, lifting, forward, down, trading, pressing.
Gewicht verplaatsen naar achteren. Drukken linkervoet. Heel extreem omhoog. Optillen, gaan, dalen, neerzetten.
For the head of states, I think they are both under constitution. They are not absolute power. Both the Queen of Holland and the King of Thailand. The difference is that the King of Thailand has to be the patronage of the faith, and also he has to be a Buddhist. But the King of Thailand have more power. Not direct power, because people trust and love the king very much. So whatever he say is almost like God. So at the same time, the king he is also the head of the Buddhism in Thailand. Situation of Thai people here in Holland. They come mostly to work, but what is missing for them is the faith. According to Buddhism, that I advise them to avoid the bad thing. For example, I ask them to look at the karma, the previous karma, what they have done before. If they have done something, certain thing not okay, that means bad karma, they must be willing to accept it and live with it and finish with it. Or sometimes if they have done nothing wrong, but they get certain problem, that also karma, depend on other person. I ask them to forgive and forget and accept it, and then they will be happy.
Als ik aan Thailand denk, dan denk ik aan al die leuke vakanties die ik heb gehad. Dus het is een leuk vakantieland en dan is het ook het land van mijn oma. En dan is het ook nog een stukje van mezelf, maar een beetje een ongrijpbaar stukje. Dus ik heb er heel gemixte gevoelens over. Beetje mysterieus. Als levensfilosofie vind ik bepaalde elementen heel handig. Het hier en nu. En accepteren van bepaalde situaties. Maar toch ook heel, heel hard werken. Elke keer weer opnieuw een beslissing nemen om positief te zijn. Het lijden en de angst en alle nare dingen, die krijg je zo al. Maar je moet zelf de beslissing nemen om overal wat van te leren en misschien ook te kunnen genieten van dingen. Als je zegt, mis je spiritualiteit in Nederland? Ja, dan denk ik meteen aan mensen die in Nederland die zeggen, ja, ik ben niet zo spiritueel hoor. En die scheiding, die tweedeling, die is hier wel heel erg sterk. Je hebt het lichamelijke en het geestelijke. En al het metaforische, dat is me een beetje zweverig. En En zo wordt dan ook over het spirituele gepraat. En ik heb zoiets van, ja, het spirituele is niet iets wat je ergens zomaar vindt in een land of in een tempel, maar ja, het is wat je met je meedraagt en het ook in je lichaam opgesloten zit. Het is niet of het een of het ander. Ik weet nog dat ik vroeger op de bus zat met oma in Bangkok en dan kwamen de monniken en ze zeiden, opstaan, niet naar kijken, niet mee praten, niet aanraken, vooral niet. En dan werd er gezegd, ja, want zo'n monnik moet zich dan 7 keer wassen. En dan gingen mijn zusje en ik juist heel dicht bij die monnik zitten, maar dan werd oma altijd kwaad. Dus ik heb echt best wel een soort angst hoor, voor Thaise monniken. Dus ik vind het eigenlijk best wel een beetje eng om vandaag met een monnik te gaan praten.
แต่จะยังไงก็ตามขอให้ใจดีสักอย่างเราย่อมอยู่ได้เพราะว่าพวกเราเนี่ยขยันประหยัดมัธยัสถ์อดทนฉะนั้นเราเนี่ยเอาตัวรอดได้ทุกเวลายาวได้ไงล่ะ
It's a Thai New Year today, and you just had a wonderful speech after the water ceremony. But the only words that I could understand were early birds can catch worms and no money, no honey.
I encourage my people to work hard, more work, more pay. To encourage them to work more, to get money, to send back home, and to save for the safety in the future. You can get anything you love. And also, when anybody have money, many friends will come to help.
Oh, but I'm a little bit confused because I need more money for more honey, but I should not be greedy. This is confusing. You understand?
Be confused. When you have contentment, you have enoughness, and your limit will come. More money, it does not mean more happiness. Money will be bad when money is your master.
I actually work for a television program, and it involves a lottery. So I have a bad conscience right now. And I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about a lottery organisation that donates all the money to charity? So people are gambling, but the money goes to charity.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
People do bad things when they gamble. At the same time, they want to purify themselves. Therefore, they give money to the church, to the temple. In the previous history in Europe, all the church here built by robbery.
I know some people, they like to give money to temple because they want to give money to temple, but sometimes they think maybe they're more lucky that way.
That's what they think.
But that's not true.
Depends. Sometimes they're lucky if they do it without greedy.
Right.
If they do, sometimes they give, let's say, 1 guilder, but they want 1 million in return. They're not happy.
That's not realistic.
Today is the last day. Tonight there would be end. Tomorrow I can go home after 10 days retreating. There have to be mindfulness, to be aware the position of being here and now with both body and mind all the time and on time only. I started when I was 14, and now when they told me about their problem, I easily recognize myself and I know what they are, I can share with them. Main problem is with their thought, with their feeling. That's the main problem. So I have to guide them. When they're confronting problem, they can talk to me. Then I can stimulate them to go through it.
The total of consciousness was visible.
Total of consciousness?
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
It's like a cloud of mist on which there is projected mist.
Mist, yeah, no mist.
And then a picture is projected.
That's a picture,
And it's moving a little bit.
Yes.
I had this before, but I never could name it. But after your Dhamma talk of 2 evenings ago, you mentioned this is consciousness under the foundation of mind.
Yes.
And that helped, that teaching.
Yes.
Vroeger dacht je in je dagelijkse leven dat je onzekerheid kan uitsluiten door een soort houvast te vinden waar je aan kunt vasthouden en wat je zelf bepaalt. Maar als je dan een houvast gevonden hebt, ja, omdat de omstandigheden altijd veranderen, dan ontstaat er frictie en dan blijkt die zekerheid toch eigenlijk geen echte zekerheid te zijn. In het boeddhisme gaat men de andere kant op. Daar vindt men zekerheid door het elimineren van onzekerheid. Dus een omgekeerd proces. Het ziet onzekerheid als een concreet proces dat een stoorzender is. En als je die elimineert, dan ben je die onzekerheid kwijt. Sometimes I have a thought that I did not notice. A thought comes that I did not notice that.
And you will discover the ignorance,
Yes.
the avijja, the unknown. It's still hiding. And it manifests to you to see. So you have to be sharp enough in your mindfulness. So it's 3 things. It's right effort, the motivation, and attempt to note. We call right effort. Sharp recognition is right mindfulness. And right concentration, that you notice the clearly object. Every noting is right concentration.
Yes.
So you need a lot of noting, even that. What you should note, you know?
The conditioning of
Knowing your situation.
Yeah.
Knowing. Never forget to note knowing.
All right. Yeah,
Knowing
that's
the present. If you let it be without noting, knowing, they will slip in with thought or with feeling. We have 4 foundations of mindfulness: body, feeling, thinking, conditioning. So, feeling or conditioning is not yet my object until you became disliking or liking. Then it's my object.
Je gaat er naartoe, 10 dagen. Dan sleutel je aan je geest. En de bedoeling is dat je dat voor altijd meeneemt. Wat je na 3 dagen verliest, is de mentale toestand, zeg maar, de concentratie en extra aandacht, die verlies je na 3 dagen. Maar wat je veranderd hebt in je geest, wat voor inzicht je gekregen hebt, dat behoud je.
Can you try to do rising, falling in your bed?
Before I go to sleep, I do so, yeah.
And you recognize your last breath, in breathing or out breathing?
No, but I
Try to do that. And you wake in the morning, you might be able to see, before you fell asleep, you see, I can recognize it was rising or falling.
Het is een hele compacte manier die Boeddha heeft bedacht, zullen we maar zeggen. Echt een soort compacte manier om mensen weer naar zichzelf te laten leren luisteren, denk ik.
Now you can do in one position sleep without move. That's already said that you have purifying the mind. Then if you can see all this going from waking up until sleeping, you have full-time mindfulness without broken. Then enlightenment is possible.
Well, who knows?
You know. If you're in it, you know. I don't know, but you know.
Je zwijgt namelijk niet. Het is een cacophonie aan gesprekken die in je eigen hoofd gaande is. Ik zou zeggen, het is 10 dagen saai, maar er gebeurt verschrikkelijk veel in 10 dagen. Het is werkelijk elke confrontatie bijvoorbeeld met de groep tijdens het eten of wat dan ook. Omdat je je eigen gedachten leest en omdat je alles registreert, is werkelijk elke vork of mes die een beetje ruw wordt neergelegd, dat is een explosie in je hoofd. En die moet je, zo is, en alle indrukken die je opdoet van anderen, die zijn ook van zodanige aard dat je werkelijk, elke maaltijd is een verhaal. Daartussendoor alle meditatiereizen die je maakt. Ik vind het 10 dagen werkelijk een wereldreis.
The Thai, they're born with Buddhist culture. They meditate in their way. You can see most of the Thai, they're not tense. They always smile. Therefore we call it the smiling land. This is influence from Buddhist culture. From the childhood, the parents try to learn their children to be kind. So they have meditation in daily life without learning meditation. Buddhism with Thai people is almost cannot separate from their life.
Wilt u dvd's bestellen van onze programma's? Bel dan 040 282 0022. Als u meer wilt weten over onze uitzendingen, vraag dan de gratis programmagids aan op nummer 035 677 1611. Of kijk op www.boeddhistischeomroep.nl.